Melcorka! Bradan took a step forward. No, Bradan! Melcorka shouted. Stay there! Yes, Melcorka, Eric said. Keep your dog under control. He need not die as well. Bradan felt his heartbeat increase. He was aware of the grey man sliding a hand deeper inside his bag. He was mindful of the wind that plucked at Melcorka's cloak as she stood with her back to the drop. But mostly, he was aware of the way her chin thrust forward and her refusal to accept her fear. Bradan was never more proud of Melcorka than he was at that moment. Melcorka glanced at the void behind her. You have a good sword, she said calmly. It was Loki's blade, Eric said. Loki, the wicked jester of Asgard. He had Hel make this sword for him, from all the evil in the realm of death. It counters yours, does it not? Legbiter is Defender's antithesis. Whatever good your sword pretends to have, Legbiter counters. Did he give it to you in person? Melcorka tensed her muscles. Yes, Eric said. He swapped the blade of my sword for his. Eric smiled again as Melcorka began a furious attack that forced him back half a dozen steps. Well done, swordswoman. You fight well when your life is at stake. And your life, Eric. Melcorka parried a lunge at her head, gasped as the spike on Eric's shield nicked her arm, and tried a sweep at Eric's legs. He blocked with ease, with the shock of Legbiter on Defender sending a wave of pain through Melcorka's arms. That's my move, swordswoman, Eric said. I am the Legbiter here. Twisting his sword free of Defender, he threw his shield at Melcorka's face, ducked low, and drew his blade across her left thigh. Melcorka gasped at the sudden pain, swept Defender to the right, and pushed Legbiter away. Legbiter has bitten, Eric crowed, stepping back. You will die now, Melcorka. You will die in slow agony. Nobody survives Legbiter's caress. No! When Melcorka attempted to step forward, her left leg collapsed under her, and she lay on the harsh grass. Unable to stand, she tried to swing Defender at Eric as he remained out of reach, smiling. As you die, think of me, Melcorka. Think of me in my victory. Stepping forward, Eric took his sword and sliced high up on Melcorka's right leg, opening another long gash. Goodbye, swordswoman. You will die slowly up here. Your story ends in defeat, as your mother's did. Mel! Ignoring the grey man, Bradan lunged at Eric with his staff. Eric laughed. You were never a fighting man, Bradan. Eric blocked Bradan's clumsy swing with ease, clipped him with an outstretched leg, and smashed him over the head with the flat of his sword. He stood, smiling, as Bradan lay dazed on the ground. I could kill you, Bradan, but instead I will let you live. You can watch Melcorka bleed to death, and then remain here to go mad with loneliness beside the rotting corpse of your woman. Face down on the rough grass, Bradan could only watch as Eric sheathed his sword and walked toward Melcorka. Swooping, Eric reached for Defender, swore as he touched the hilt, jerked his hand back. He tried a second time, swore louder, shook his hand as if in pain, and landed a solid kick on Melcorka's ribs, as if in revenge. When he tried and failed to lift Defender a third time, he kicked Melcorka again and stalked away. Lying stunned on the turf, Bradan saw the grey man remove his hand from his bag and follow Eric until both vanished into the dark. Bradan reached for Melcorka, touched her outstretched hand, drifted into unconsciousness.